An opposition frontbencher has launched the strongest criticism yet of the government's approach to the Indonesia row. Brendan O'Connor says the government was too slow to act and didn't appreciate the extent of Indonesia's embarrassment over the spying revelations. Let's go to Canberra. Sky News political reporter David Lipson is there for us. And David, what more has Brendan O'Connor had to say?
Selena, good morning. Until now, the opposition has been taking a Team Australia approach to this diplomatic row because of the sensitivity of the issue and the importance of the relationship with Indonesia. But this morning on AM Agenda here on Sky News, Brendan O'Connor, the opposition frontbencher, took a very different approach. Take a look.
I think we've gone backwards because there's been a failure to respond adequately and quickly to what was clearly a diplomatic problem. The fact that the government didn't fully appreciate the embarrassment that was experienced by the President of Indonesia and his wife was, I think, was that there was if you like, a failure to fully appreciate that the scale of that was a mark against the conduct of the government to date. But we are supporting the government in resuming those relationships, this relationship, and improving the way in which we handle these matters going into the future.
That's the strongest criticism that we've seen yet from the opposition as to the government's approach on this issue, and contrast that comment with those of the opposition leader Bill Shorten just yesterday.
The opposition wants the government to succeed. This is not a matter for partisan politics. The deterioration in the relationship between Australia and Indonesia is not in our national interest. It is not where we need to be in the future with an important neighbour of ours. I sincerely hope that this letter does the trick and gets things put back on track, because nothing else has worked so far.
We'll get an indication as to whether Brendan O'Connor was freelancing on the issue when Bill Shorten faces the media in a couple of hours' time. But for now, the government says whatever the reason, it's not on.
We're now seeing a most irresponsible and opportunistic approach from the opposition. If they genuinely believe the relationship with Indonesia is of profound importance, which we as a government certainly do, then they should cease playing politics with this issue.
We also learnt today that the letter that was referred to by Bill Shorten in that previous comment that the Prime Minister Tony Abbott has penned and sent to President Yudhoyono was hand-delivered by the former Army Chief Peter Lay, but as yet there's been no response from Indonesia, at least that we're aware of. Selena.
David Lipson in Canberra, thanks very much for that. We'll speak to you again later.